In the last year, I've built multiple AI SaaS tools without writing a single line of code and turned them into real businesses, paying me over $100,000 a month, and even one of them securing an investment from top VC firms like Antler. But here's the thing, most people have no idea where to start. They waste months building the wrong product and eventually launch a product that the market doesn't even want. But I'm here to help, because in this free course, I'm going to break down the 11-step system that I've personally used to build scalable AI SaaS products without writing a single line of code. Inside, I'll cover everything you need to build your first profitable AI SaaS product, including how to find high potential ideas with real demand, how to test and validate your ideas really fast without building a lot, and how to build, launch, and monetize your products, and even prep for an exit. Now pay close attention, because I'm not some AI guru bullshitting you through the way. I'm a founder that actually built and scaled AI SaaS tools that make money, and I'm handing you the full playbook. So let's get into it. Step number 1, you need to find a winning AI SaaS idea. In AI SaaS, your idea determines the ceiling of the revenue that you can make with your product. You can go hire the best developer, nail the best UI, and even find a crazy CTO that can build you the best looking product there is on the market. But most people fail before they start because they build AI SaaS tools that nobody wants. I've had so many founders come to me and pitch me their SaaS ideas without even going to the market to validate. I've had a founder tell me that he wants to build a SaaS idea where people can tweet their thoughts and others can like and share. But there's just Twitter for that. So how do you find an actual winning AI SaaS idea? Now, there are some beginner methods and there are some advanced methods, and I'm going to give you both. But to start it off, let's start with the beginner methods. So the first one from the beginner methods is exploding topics. You can sign up to exploding topics and it will give you all the exploding topics that are happening in the market right now. And as you can see, the first thing that we see is AI image enhancer. You can easily build this product and integrate OpenAI on the back end and have a full ready product that you can push to the market. Now you can sign up to exploding topics right here and you can get 10 free searches per day, and that's enough for you to do some research along with the other methods. The other method is Idea Browser. Idea Browser literally gives you business ideas every single day by already researching the market, developing the business idea, the risks associated with it, the trends, the opportunity, problem, the feasibility, and why this is the perfect timing for it. It gives you a business analysis, it gives you an offer analysis also, and it gives you a full write-up that you can do. It will also give you community signals so you can go in there and see what your customer is talking about. And it also tells you that you can build this idea using all the tools that we've used before, like Bolt, Lovable, and Base 44. Now, the second beginner-friendly research method is Sensor Tower. Sensor Tower is basically analytics for the App Store. You can sign up to Sensor Tower and search up any app on the App Store. We can use Cal AI as an example, and we can see that Cal AI has over 600,000 downloads, over 2 million in revenue, and we can see that this is a proven business model that we can copy. Now, once you find an idea on Sensor Tower, please don't copy it exact. You might want to copy it in a different market. So you might want to build the Cal AI of the Arabic world or the Spanish world or the German world, and that would be a blue ocean for you to take over rather than competing with Cal AI. Now let's talk about advanced methods. The first one is that you can identify a persona and solve a problem that they've been stressing about for a long time. For example, you can build a tool that will help them streamline a workflow so they can do no manual work at all, or help them increase the revenue in the activity that they're doing. A good example of this method is Icon.me. Icon.me allows marketers to create content at a massive scale and push them into the ad networks. That way they can test massive amounts of ads without having to go through all the manual work. Another example is Triple Whale. Triple Whale allows marketers to analyze marketing data coming from the ad platforms without having to go into the ad platform and open Excel sheets and manage from one tab to another. It gives you everything on the dashboard and it allows you to have advanced analytics without leaving that single tab. Now, another advanced method that you can use is that you can digitize an outdated business model. And this is the one that I found most success with. With my company, Celebron, we've digitized market expansion for e-commerce brands. Now, when you work with Celebron, what that means is if you're an e-commerce brand and you want to expand from one country to another, you don't have to go and set up a legal entity and find 3PLs and warehouses that you can use or logistic providers and sign up for with payment methods. You can just sign up with Celebron, and Celebron will be your merchant of record in that country and will give you payments, warehousing, last mile delivery solutions, and everything that you need to operate legally in that country. Another great advanced method that you can use to find winning SaaS ideas is copying an idea that's already working, but taking it into a different market or niching down to a more specific target audience. And the example I gave with Cal AI before is perfect because you can take Cal AI and you can build it just for the German market and you will be operating by yourself. There is no Cal AI in the German market right now. But if you wanted to niche down to a more target persona, what you can do is you can take a software like Instantly and narrow down to recruiters, and this is exactly what Juicebox did. Juicebox is a company that's doing over 10 million a year in ARR, and what they did is that they've built the same thing as Instantly. They've allowed people to find people that they can email, send email campaigns, and manage their inbox all in one place, but they are specifically focusing on recruitment professionals. Now, having a good idea is just the first step. Good founders test their idea and validate it before they spend any money on it whatsoever. So number 2 on our list is testing your idea and validating it before you build anything. Skipping this step is the fastest way to waste 6 months building something that nobody wants. And I've seen it before. I've personally witnessed founders that assume that if they build a product, people will come to it. But in reality, the market doesn't care about how passionate you are and how attached you are to your product. No code makes building fast, but it also makes it even faster to waste time building the wrong thing. So don't spend 100 hours building something that should have been a $0 landing page test. And this is exactly how I do it. I would go to bolt.new and tell it exactly what my SaaS idea is, and I will tell it to build a landing page for us. Now in this example, I'm going to ask it to build a landing page for a software that auto-dubs YouTube videos. That way creators can reach audiences in different countries that speak different languages. So let's write the prompt together. Build me a landing page that I can use to test the demand of my product. My product is a SaaS tool that creators can upload their videos and AI will auto dub it using their voice into many different languages. I want you to add 3-tier pricing. Each tier comes with a few minutes and credits, and I want you to follow the ADA framework for the landing page, and the hero should have a place where I can put a video of a demo of me using the product. And now let's see what it built for us. It built us an amazing landing page that we can use to test our software. It has a perfect video here that we can upload a demo of us using the software here. We can scroll down and see that it's perfectly laid out. It has given us pricing also and some frequently asked questions, and the design looks amazing. And now all you have to do is just make some final touches, add your brand name, your logo, and the colors that you would like. And now you have a landing page that's fully built. Using a tool like bolt.new, you can go here and click new chat, and now you can build the actual software. But when you actually build the software here this time, what you will do is that you will record a Loom video of you using the software, and you will take that Loom video and you will put it on your landing page. Now when you are running ads to your landing page or you are sending cold emails, people are seeing exactly how to use your software. You are presenting the product to the best of your abilities, and they can make a decision if they want to buy it or they don't want to buy it. And this is exactly how to validate your products before going crazy on building. And this is how easy it is to build something very simple for you to use on your Loom video. Build me a AI SaaS that creators can upload their YouTube videos to, and it will auto dub it using their voice to many other languages, and it also can connect to multiple YouTube channels and post there as well. And look what it built us. Now all you need to do is click publish, and it will give you a link that you can go to. And it's very easy to record a Loom video to showcase your software. All you have to do is download the Loom extension, click it, and go start recording. It says my microphone's muted because I am using it already, but this is exactly what you would do. You'd go window, share, and you would start recording immediately. And then you'd say something like, hey guys, this is a software that I've just built. It allows you to dub your content in different languages using your own voice. This is a dashboard. You can see recent videos. You can see the videos processed and all the analytics on top here. You can also upload your video and choose the language that you want. And you can choose the voice profile that you want. Here you can connect to your channel, the ones in different languages. And then here you can train the AI on your voice. That way it doesn't make many mistakes. And here you can see analytics of engagement and views to see which language produces the highest level of engagement and the highest level of watch time. And then you come over here, you click share, click embed, and then you take the copy embed code, you come back here and you paste it in bold and you tell it to embed this video in the video section. And as you can see, it added the demo video in the video section. And now we can start pushing traffic to this landing page to validate our software before we invest a lot of time building the software itself. All right, so now your idea is validated. People want it and they're even down to pay for it. So now what? This is where most people mess up and they overbuild instead of give the people what they want or what they are willing to pay for. So step number 3 is build an MVP once you have a winning idea. At this point of the process, you need to understand that what you need right now is not a full-blown SaaS platform. You need an MVP, a minimum viable product. So think about it. If people have already paid you and they have already shown interest in the product that you've demoed in the video, why would you now disappear for 3 months to build something massive and complicated and looks nothing like what they've paid for? Right now, your goal isn't to go dark and try to make things perfect. Your goal is to deliver on the promise and deliver fast. And you do that by building an MVP, a minimum viable product that gives users a solution to a pain that they've paid you to solve. So how do you set up an MVP now? And you probably already guessed it. Yes, you go to bold.new or base44 and you start building the backend for the front end that you have used. Now for this type of product, what do we need? We need a function to upload, we need a function to download, and we need to connect to YouTube to post YouTube videos for users. Uploading is very simple, and if you use base44, it comes with a database that will allow you to upload and host your videos. Downloading is very simple as well. You'll also be able to achieve it with base44. Now posting on YouTube, you need to integrate with the YouTube API, and they have documentation that you can go through and feed it to Bolt or base44, and then the AI will understand the documentation and build the feature based on that documentation and what YouTube really looks for partners when they are trying to integrate with them. Now, the fourth feature you need to implement is actually dubbing the voice from English to the preferred language, and you can use OpenAI for that. And there's many other LLMs that you can use on the market that can help you with this transformation, and you can just integrate them into your backend using APIs as well, but you don't have to write the code yourself. You can just give it to Bolt or base44 and it will do it for you. But before you do anything else, if you're building a SaaS right now and you're tired of figuring it out on your own, I offer one-on-one direct support, and it's completely free to join just for the next few days. Whether it's scaling your current SaaS or finally launching something that actually works, I work with founders hands-on to get real results. So if you're interested in getting this type of guidance, hit the top link below and it will have our free Discord community with a bunch of free resources that you can use immediately to learn and scale your new SaaS idea. Now, once your MVP is live and people are already paying for it and using it, there's one question that will make or break your SaaS, and it's how much do you charge? So in part number 4, we are going to talk about monetization strategy and pricing. Most people treat their pricing strategy like an afterthought, like it's something they'll figure out after they build the product. But in SaaS, that couldn't be further from the truth. Pricing strategy shapes how people perceive the value of your product, who signs up, and how much they actually pay for it. And this underlines whether your business can actually grow and sustain itself from day one. I remember when I was first building Sell Abroad, our pricing strategy was terrible. We were charging brands thousands of dollars a month on a retainer basis, and our incentives were not aligned with the brands. But now we completely changed that. Now we changed it to a revenue share model where both us and the brand's incentives are aligned and we can grow together. And these are the exact pricing strategies that I use to make growth very easy. The first thing is that you have to decide if your product is a freemium or a paid tier plan. Freemium, that means they can use it on a free trial and then go on a paid plan. A tiered plan means you have 3 different plans: the first cheapest plan, a middle priced plan, and the most expensive plan. And one thing you have to have in mind when building your pricing strategy is that you have to think about a strategy called vendor lock-in. Vendor lock-in means that your goal is to acquire as many users as possible right now, build immense value by building the product and showing them more features that they can use to improve what they've paid you for, and then you can increase the price later. So now that you have a great pricing strategy, users are coming in, but now the question is, how do you know what's actually working? What is it that's silently killing your growth? And that takes us to part number 5, which is analytics and growth. Since now users are signing up for your product and paying you for it, this becomes a feedback loop. Every click, sign up, and churn tells you a story. And that is only if you know what you're looking for. But as a beginner, it's very easy to get stuck in vanity metrics. Vanity metrics, that metrics that look good, but they don't really drive growth. And I've personally witnessed many founders focusing on website visits, or how many people like their social media posts, or how many people are clicking the ad, but they don't know what their churn rate is. And they don't know how many people are actually buying the product from the people who are actually viewing the landing page. So as a founder, this leaves you in an area where you really don't know what's working. And without the right metrics, then you cannot identify the lever that you need to pull to grow your business. So what are the metrics that you really need to focus on? The first metric you need to focus on is churn rate. How many paid subscribers are leaving your product and canceling their subscription? The second one you need to focus on is how many people are actually buying your SaaS from the people who are viewing the landing page. And this is called conversion rate. So now you know that you need to measure how many people are coming in and how many people are coming out. But how do you do these things? It's very easy. I'm going to show you a few tools on how I personally do this. The first one is Google Analytics. It allows you to see how many people are coming on your landing page and how many people are signing up. It allows you to see the conversion rate and how effective your landing page is at converting new customers. Google Analytics also gives you amazing reports on user acquisition, the traffic source that they are coming from, and which traffic source is performing best, and the user cohorts, which cohort of traffic is performing best. Now, Google Analytics can also show you engagement, how much time people are spending on which page, on which section on your landing page, the pages and screens that they are viewing, and then the events, which is the buttons and the things that they are doing on your landing page or software. Another favorite one that I like to use is Microsoft Clarity. It's completely free and it allows you to screen record every single session. That way you can see what the users are doing and you can simply just click on the video icon and play it, and then you can see exactly what this user did. So as you can see, it shows you the video, this user scrolling up and down on our website and going through the reviews and going on the Calendly section as well, and then going back to how it works and navigating through the website to understand what we do as a company. Now, the last two were just analytics for your landing page and for marketing purposes to convert people into your SaaS. But when it comes to your actual usage of your product, you need to use Mixpanel. Mixpanel allows you to get in-depth analytics on how people are using your software, what features they're using, from what page they're going to what page, and it allows you to see where the dead features are and where the good features are, and it allows you to calculate how much people are churning versus how much people are coming into your software. You now have everything dialed. Great product, real paying users, and clean analytics and data. But if you don't know how to grow from here, everything will stop and stay stagnant. And that's why number 6 is how to scale your paying users. The early traction feels good, but if you want to scale this to something huge that finally allows you to make $100,000 a month, you need to keep scaling. Without growth, you'll hit a plateau, and because of the natural user churn that every software has, you'll eventually use a good amount of your paying users. And if you don't have a systemized method on gaining more users and converting them into paying clients, then you'll feel burnt out chasing users manually, and you'll end up giving up on your software. So if you want to copy exactly how I've scaled my AI businesses, I've actually made a complete marketing guide on how to scale AI SaaS softwares completely for free. You can find this video on my channel. It has step-by-step the methods that I will be talking about next, but in full detail where you can stop the video and execute as you're watching. But let's just quickly cover these methods. The first one that I utilized is cold email. Cold email is amazing because you can send up to 1,000 emails a day, 30,000 emails a month to your exact ideal customer profile. And this is something that you can do for very, very low budget, and you're able to reach 30,000 people a month. Paid ads is a very good way to reach your ideal customer profile, but one, it does cost money. So if you are scaling, it will be expensive, but the algorithms are very, very good at reaching the people because of the amount of data these platforms have on everybody that's using their platform. And the third one, and my favorite one by far, is partnerships. Partnerships is amazing because you can ride off the credibility of other software providers by partnering with them and integrating and having them push all their users to your software as well. But there's one caveat to this. Your software has to have a complementary offer to the software services that they are providing. But look, getting users and growing is just the start. Now let's talk about how to actually evolve your product to something that will stick in the market forever. Which brings me into number 7, how to improve your product over time. Well, products don't win because they're perfect on day one. They win because they adapt to real user feedback. The truth is, what you think users want rarely matches what they really want. When I first started Sell Abroad, I thought that e-commerce brand would want to host their inventory in the MENA region, but I was completely wrong. Brands just want to sell from their country into different country using cross-border transactions. And I've learned this the hard way. I spent thousands of dollars building that feature, integrating with local warehouses to be able to provide this solution when nobody really wanted it. So here's how to survey your users and collect information from them to infuse them into your product map. That way you only build product features that the users really want to use. The first thing I would do is I would add a button in my software to ask people for feedback in exchange for some credits or a monthly membership. The easiest way to do this is that you can come back to Bolt and ask it, add a button for asking users for feedback about the software and about the features we have, and what would they like to see next, and what features are they not using and don't really matter to them. And as you can see, Bolt has added the feedback button. Once we click it, it gives us the ability to review the software, the overall experience, what is working well and what could be better, and our email as well, future usage as well, what features are you not using and find less valuable, and what features would you like to include in the future. This single strategy can make or break your long-term goals with your software, because this is getting you real insights from the people who are paying you money to solve the problem that they are having, and they have the knowledge on the closest thing to what the product should look like, and we should 100% utilize that. Now, after people use this feedback button to give you feedback, what you want to do is you want to take all of it and put it in an Excel sheet and then feed it to ChatGPT and ask it for the common things that they see, what common features are people asking for, what common feature that people are not using, and what is the general feedback as an overall consensus. This will educate you on what users really feel and will drive your product map to know what features should be released and what features should be removed. Improving your product is really key. But if you don't nail the next step, your paying users will leave before they can actually see the value. And that takes us to step number 8, which is onboarding and early user retention. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever went on a website or a software and just immediately thought, this is so confusing. What do I even do? And where do I even click? And then you clicked right off and you never gave it a chance. Well, guess what? That's exactly what's happening to your users right now if your onboarding isn't dead simple. Imagine trying to use a software, but you don't know where to sign up, or you don't know how to actually activate the feature that you're looking for, or you don't know how to maneuver between different features and how to use them together. So if you want to make sure people actually stay on your software and use it, you want to do this one simple trick, and it's called the aha effect. If users don't get on your software and they just look at it and they say, aha, then you've completely built the wrong layout on your software. To achieve the aha effect, what you need to do is very simple. You need to take your software and give it to people that are completely unrelated to the business. They are not your ICP whatsoever, maybe your uncle, your sister, or your brother, and just show them the software and ask them, what does this software do? And if they can tell you what the software does in under 5 seconds, then you've achieved the aha effect. But if they cannot, then you have some work to do on your layout. Now, once you get to a certain monthly recurring revenue, you're going to need to scale your tech team, or else you'll just stay stuck. You need to be able to continuously launch new features at a very rapid pace. That way you are catching up with all the user feedback that you have, and you're able to compete with all the competition out there in the market. And that takes me to step number 9, which is scaling your tech team. At some point, your product isn't the bottleneck. Your systems and the team are the bottleneck. And that's because you can't really grow your paying users if your system keeps crashing at 5,000 paying customers, or if you have money bugs that are killing the customer experience, or you just can't scale support because you're a one-man team. Every bottleneck on your tech team leaves revenue behind on the table. I remember when I was first building Sell Abroad and I was just a one-man team. After we've gotten our first few clients, it was very, very difficult to handle sales, fundraising, launching new features, and then support as well. So my number one advice to you, that if you have hit a few $1,000s in revenue, the first thing you need to do is get some tech support. And to find great tech talent, you can hire people offshore in countries like Egypt, Lebanon, Philippines, Pakistan, or India. Or you can source a technical co-founder because you already have an MVP that is built, you already have revenue, so you have more leverage when you are negotiating with co-founders, and you have more leverage when you are inviting people to come into the business. But you're going to have a hard time doing any of this without listening to the next part, and that is how to get investors. Getting investors is important because once your SaaS starts working, capital is the fuel to your growth. Without investors, what do you think is going to happen when users flood your SaaS and you don't have the cash to scale your servers, your team, your features, or your support? You're not going to be able to hire fast, you're not going to be able to support all these new paying customers, and you're going to end up with a lot of bad reviews. And getting investors does not have to be hard. Just start by creating a compelling pitch deck, identify the right venture capital firms that could invest. You can do this by going on Crunchbase and filtering for the investors that have invested in a similar business model before. And then just like we've ran cold email outreach for getting customers, we do the same thing outreaching to investors. But what I have found, the best way to find investors is by getting referrals. What I like to do is I like setting up outreach campaigns to founders, building that relationship, getting on a call, speaking with them, and building that relationship, and then later on asking them to refer me to the investors that have invested in their product. And as we know it, the ultimate goal for 99% of AI SaaS founders is that lucrative exit that happens at the end. But how